Well, hopefully by now you've heard about that blizzard that's going to whip through much of eastern Colorado tomorrow. But for those of you who've never actually been to Dairy Queen, what exactly is a blizzard?
We can debate the really good flavors because it depends on what you want to put in.
You ever had a bad one?
No, I have
Yeah,
not. But that's why we want to know exactly what a blizzard is. And we're not going to try to answer. We're going to turn to meteorologist Chris Bianchi to explain, because I do think people, even if you've lived in Colorado your whole life, you're like, blizzard? What does that mean?
I think there's a bit of a misperception. I think that's one of the reasons to kind of clarify. I think you think blizzard and you're thinking how much snow I'm going to get, and that's really nothing to do with it. In fact, well, we'll get into this here in just a second. So that's right. We do have that blizzard warning that's up for most of eastern Colorado for tomorrow. But this is the first blizzard warning in Colorado since that March 2021 storm. That's the one, right? The one that dropped over 2 feet of snow in Denver, that big one. But a blizzard really means one thing. It means bad travel conditions. A blizzard means that you've got 35-mile-an-hour or stronger winds for 3 or more hours and a quarter-mile or less visibility from that snow. Now, notice what this graphic doesn't show: how much snow has fallen or is falling. So again, here's that definition. A blizzard has nothing to do with how much snow has or will fall. We could have an inch of snow, we could have a foot of snow, we could have feet of snow. That's not what makes a blizzard a blizzard. So that, in a nutshell, again, is a blizzard. Bad visibility, falling or blowing snow, and it means really tough travel. And by the way, Kim and Tom, you want a really fun fact?
Of course.
It doesn't even have to be snowing for there to be a blizzard. You could have snow that's already fallen on the ground, and it just gets kind of whipped up by the wind. So again, it has nothing to do with accumulations or totals. It has everything to do with travel and visibility.
That's kind of the ground blizzard thing. But when you talk about the eastern part of Colorado, that's a big deal because we have a lot of farmers and ranchers out there.
Exactly, and that's going to have big impacts on livestock out there. These are the kinds of storms that really tend to impact that in particular. Another thing I would also say is that at DIA, if you have a flight tomorrow morning, because they're going to get the kind of the brunt of the wind and the snow from the airport on east. And again, it's the wind that's the bigger deal for the airport.
I always worry when the meteorologist says the official term is aye.
Yeah.
Aye. That's as bad as a pirate going arg.
Arg.
The meteorologist goes aye.
Aye.
It's gonna be bad.
Aye.
So
want to go from aye to yay?
Yeah, sure.
I got something for you guys.
Oh my gosh, you do not. He does have
the
a
tasty
blizzard.
kind of blizzard here.
Oh, there you go.
So
now you're talking.
Do you have flavors? Do you know?
I got multiple flavors for you and for Jack, our producer.
What flavors do you have?
Oreo, Reese's, and that's the cinnamon one.
You gonna trade? Which
What are
one
we
do you
doing? I
want?
even got spoons for you.
I'll take either one. You want this?
Remember, 4 o'clock at 9 News is brought to you by the great taste Dairy Queen.
But we do know what a blizzard is now.
Yeah.